You're right, guys. What's cracking, people? I know this wasn't the idea I had for my return video. It's a lot's happened. I've got a lot to explain, but where do I start? The best way I can try and get this out is, I thought, if I try and use the biggest platform I have, which is this YouTube channel, hopefully somebody somewhere will listen and help me out of this situation, because I don't know where to look or what to do now. So as you guys mostly know, I'm actually up in Manchester right now, receiving radiotherapy for my brain tumour, which was starting to grow back. As you can see, I've got a few battle scars going on here, which you know, was expected. A bit of hair loss was expected, hence the hat. It was all going well up until last week. On the weekend, unfortunately, I did catch a cold. I think it was some sort of cold anyway. I'm pretty certain it wasn't coronavirus, because my symptoms are nowhere near the extent of anything to do with coronavirus, right? Let's make that clear. However, heading into this week, Monday, I was like, I feel a bit groggy. Tuesday, I was like, oh, I mean, I feel better now. But it's actually Tuesday today, right? You forget what day it is. Amazing. It is Tuesday today. So I thought, you know what? I feel alright. Anyway, went to have my treatment. Of course, the way it works, you have to get on the Christie bus. It then drives to the Christie. It's all free, which is great. You get off of the Christie, you go into the Christie. As you go in, as you get called into the gantry to have your radiotherapy treatment, they always ask you how you're feeling. So the nurse asked me how I was feeling. I said, yeah, not too bad. I had a bit of a cold over the weekend. I was just a bit concerned, really, but I think it's going now. So it turns out that I told her that, and she's like, oh, okay. She sounded a little bit concerned. Anyway, she walked me through to the gantry. I sat down on the table, as you do, normal treatment day, normal treatment routine, which is, you know, expected. As soon as I sat down on the table, next minute, they all come back in, and they're all wearing gloves, masks, and like I don't know, like an apron, as obviously it's like a precaution. And I mean, one thing I want to make clear is I'm not like slating the NHS staff all for this. If this is the procedure you have to follow, then that's fair enough. I just don't think it was the right way. So they all come in there. They're very apologetic. They're like, I'm sorry, we have to do this. Is, you know, this is what we've been told to do. Anyone that's got a risk of coronavirus, we have to do this in order just to make sure, obviously, we don't infect other patients or we don't catch it ourselves. I was like, yeah, that's fair enough. So I had my treatment as normal. That happened. That was all good. Next minute, as soon as my treatment's done, they give me a mask. And I'm like, okay, well, all right, I'll put it on. And they tell me I've got to go to a self-isolation, I've got to go to an isolation room, which is just upstairs. So I'm like, right, okay, that's fair enough. Anyway, I go upstairs, sit in this self-isolation room, just waiting, really, for whatever else is about to happen. About 15-20 minutes later, a doctor comes in, speaks to me, and says, right, okay, so what symptoms have you got? Who have you been in contact with? All that stuff. And I'm like, okay, I told them the symptoms, and they said, yeah, well, we're not really concerned about symptoms. I was like, okay, that's brilliant then. That's fine. As long as we're clear, that's fine. Just, you know, maybe give me a test, and then once I'm clear, we're all good. They turn around and say, so what we're gonna do, Miles, is we're gonna test your obs. If your obs are fine, we'll send you back to the apartment that you're staying until next week, and you'll have to self-isolate yourself. Right? Okay. Okay. If your obs aren't fine, you know, if you've got high blood pressure, if you know your pulse is high, we'll have to unfortunately admit you into hospital. I was like, right, okay. Anyway, my obs were fine, so she turned around and told me that because my obs were fine, I'll have to send back to the hotel. Not on the normal shuttle bus though. I had to get sent back from the hotel, from the treatment centre via a private taxi, while still wearing a mask, by the way. And then once I got back to the Stay City Hotel, I had to come up here, and now I have to stay here, and I can't go anywhere else. I've had a phone call from the Christie saying that I now have to self-isolate for 14 days up in this apartment. By the way, I have to self-isolate for 14 days. I only have this apartment until next week, on Tuesday. Tuesday's my last treatment day. I've only got 5 treatment days left, right? 5 treatment days left and I'll be back. But they've told me I have to self-isolate for 14 days. Now, I don't know if that means when I don't have this apartment on Tuesday, can I actually leave to get back to my house to self-isolate? I don't know. I've not really been told anything. I've been told that that's all I know. That's literally all I know. other than that, I don't know what else is happening. I've been told to self-isolate, but I've not been told anything else. You know what I mean? Of course I can self-isolate, but why didn't I just get a test? I've got 2 underlying health conditions. I've got chronic myeloid leukemia, right? And I've got a central neurocytoma in the middle of my brain. Does that not warrant a test because I'm not hospitalised? Do I have to be lying in a hospital bed in order to get tested for coronavirus? Is that what you're telling me? Should I just like jump out the window and then and then when I'm in the hospital bed, I'll get a test, right? Is that how it works? I don't know what's happening. Coronavirus is defo scary. I don't think I've got it. Just look after yourselves, look after your families. If you could share this video, try and get me into contact with some sort of news company, because I don't understand the situation I'm in. I'm sure the news outlets would love to know. So like I said, and don't send any hate to anyone. I mean, NHS staff are only doing what they've been told to do, as well as everyone else. I guess I'm just a bit angry, but yeah, so I've got to self-isolate for 14 days. And if I want food, I've got to order it, and it'll get delivered outside my door. There you go. I mean, hopefully there'll be an actual proper video back on the channel soon. Ideally, it was going to be next week when I got home, but maybe not now. Maybe not. Thanks for watching. If you want to follow my daily life, you can go check out my vlog channel down below. Obviously, incidents like this today won't be up till tomorrow because it's like a day behind, but go check out the vlog channel. Let's hope things don't get too bad. Catch you guys soon.